Hello Sagittarius, welcome back to the channel. This week for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Sagittarius. Let's get into your reading. We're going to go ahead and see what do you need to be aware of at this time. Whether you are connecting with somebody, whether this is about yourself. So you're going to know if this is your reading. Please take it with a grain of salt. Feel free to reverse the roles. Cross watchers, you are welcome to. So let's jump right into it. I'd like to just give a shout out to my memberships. Thank you so much for your love, your patience, and your support. I really appreciate you all. I'm always thinking of you guys, and I hope you guys are doing well, especially for those who are also subscribed to the channel. I hope you guys are okay. I know things have been pretty intense lately. I've been feeling it as well. So let's just try to see what you need to be aware of, okay? Let's see. What does Sagittarius need to be aware of? And I'm really picking up something to do with your solar plexus, okay? I've been even feeling it as well. So there's something to do with I'm feeling like your confidence. This is also willpower and life force energy. So you could even be feeling like low energy. Okay. So let's see. What do you need to be aware of? What does Sagittarius need to be aware of? As you can see, I'm trying something new because I'm kind of curly hair is like both a blessing and a curse. So, but it's okay. I'm trying. I feel like I look like a gypsy. Okay, let's see. What does Sagittarius need to be aware of? Let's see. What does Sagittarius need to be aware of? Ooh, okay. So we got adjacent possibilities. Number 24. What do you need to be aware of? What does Sagittarius need to be aware of? Ooh, okay. We got door to spirit and the goblin. So the wounded human ego. So you got like a few doors opening up for you. You have spirit that is trying to guide you, that is trying to protect you. Yeah, it's almost like spirit is like, okay, follow me, come towards here, do this. And of course they can necessarily, and I feel like I said this in a last message, they could lead you to the door, but they can't actually, you know, make you go through it. So you definitely have a few opportunities here coming for you. And definitely spirit is trying to advise you, but it seems like you're resisting, or somebody doesn't, it's like you don't want to go through something. You don't want to do something. Yeah, you're like, no, this is silly. I don't want to do that. Okay, number 31, 32, and 24. We have trust with patience. So it's even like, you know, spirit is really strong right now, kind of saying that you have to be patient when it comes to possibly even what you're trying to manifest. But it could be you're resisting it. Again, you want it to be now. There's something to do with like, no, I want it now. Okay. Let's see. What else do you need to be aware of? Let's see. Tell me about this goblin, this wounded human ego. I feel like he came out last time. Strategy, 21. Let's get one more. The goblin. Let's get one more. The magician and the mirror. Yeah, communication. So this could even represent your communication. So this kind of feels like, okay, this is kind of giving me like you need to, okay, we have the wind fairy, thoughts, words, intellect, intellectual analyses, and yeah, walking away, needing to walk away Because perhaps the way you communicate, or there's some kind of communication problem here, and it has something to do with like your ego that is blocking you, that is preventing you from receiving. Let's get one more. Like something here is not manifesting for you. It's like you want something. You see, like with strategy and magician in the mirror, it's like something here is not manifesting. You want something to work out. You're strategizing to find a way to get something, to receive something. And I feel like with the temple path, this again is this energy with spirit. It's almost like follow spirit. Follow spirit, but you don't want to. Okay, let's see door to spirit. Like all tied up. Let's see door to spirit. Where is spirit trying to, let's see, what is spirit trying to communicate here? Disruption. Okay, so you could be experiencing a tower moment. Or spirit here, I feel like, yeah, with tower, that's like divine intervention, where it's kind of like they're disrupting. Right now, they could be, something here could be going down in your life and is totally out of your control. And it's like, this is spirit's doing, because with blossoming abundant and woman holding a coin, it's like there's something better for you. And you may not be wanting to go through this door because, again, the wounded ego is resisting this new path. Okay, tell me more about this door to spirit with disruption. What is disrupting in Sagittarian's life? Fear. Okay, so fear. So you're fearful of, which definitely is connected to this ego, because it seeks comfort, and so it's like you're being pushed. You're definitely protected, even though you feel like you're not. But you need to break away from this fear. It's this fear that is keeping you stuck. It is this fear that is preventing you from moving forward. And it's this fear that is resisting change. Let's get one more. Disruption and fear. The High Priestess. This is literally trusting your intuition, using discernment, prophecy, and vision. You're not trusting what you're seeing. You're not trusting what you see. Or you're afraid of what you see. Because sometimes what you see, sometimes the High Priestess, what she sees may cause disturbance within her, right? She's seeing something that could either potentially go right or wrong. But it's almost like she's allowing whatever messages come through. It's like it's okay, because I feel like if anything, it's the ego that blocks from receiving these messages. And it's also like when you receive this message, let's say, for example, you get a download or your intuition tells you something, but you don't really like what your intuition is telling you. It makes you feel uneasy. That ego, right? It blocks you and it creates fear in you, when really it's kind of like protecting you, telling you that there's something, right? If, let's say, for example, you meet somebody and you kind of get an inkling that something is wrong, that's your intuition seeing them. Now it's your ego and your fear that kind of blocks it out. Okay? Let's see. High Priestess, fear and disruption. So yeah, it's like with truth and love. Okay, what is... So you're receiving some kind of prophetic message. What is this prophetic message telling you? What is this High Priestess? And it's making you feel uneasy. It's disturbing you. Yeah, it's breaking your heart. It's hurting your heart. Okay. And it's almost like you need to do grounding work. There's something to do with, like, regardless of what's going on, regardless of the messages that you receive, you need to be grounded. Because sometimes it's, you know, it's very difficult because it could disturb your reality or disturb your day if you're not grounded. There's something to do with the third eye, right? Like you seeing something. Tell me about this High Priestess here for Sagittarius. And it may be breaking your heart because you may be seeing something happy family and community. Somebody could be 47. Yeah, you're seeing something that's happening within a family and a community. So sometimes these messages could be uncomfortable. Okay, so this is regarding the family and regarding the community. We have truth. With the owl, yeah, deception and wisdom. So it's like there's somebody here that is deceptive. There's somebody here that you see. Yeah, movement and deceit that is moving sneaky, that is moving like they're shady. They feel, there seems a bit shady, and maybe it's you're questioning which direction to move. Okay, tell me about this. Yeah, the mystery, love. Okay, let's see. What else does Sagittarius need to know? Yeah, you see what I mean? As I was breathing, rest and rejuvenate. There's almost like this energy of having to like calm your body down, getting grounded, and even with your heart space, your heart, there's a blocked heart space, but I'm really picking up like solar plexus as well. Okay, maybe you're struggling to trust yourself. Yeah, trust in the messages that you receive. So you're receiving these messages. Trust the psychic gifts that you're receiving, you know, and trust in the messages that you're receiving, even though these messages can be uncomfortable. Now, it's not to say you should react, because that's how we have free will. We have the free will to respond. Sometimes you may even be picking up on somebody that you're connecting to, right? Or somebody like maybe a family member or a friend. Doesn't necessarily have to be linked to you. But let's see, you have adjacent possibilities. What about these adjacent possibilities here? Because Spirit is bringing you through something. What is this adjacent possibility? The novice. Innocent, beginner, ignorance, new skill without practice, unstable, curiosity. So yeah, it's like, you know, like there's so many doors that you can walk through, that you can start learning something new. Okay, let's get one more. The Queen. Okay, the Queen. Woman, fertility, feminine power, sexuality, friendship. Adjacent possibilities. There's so many possibilities that you can create. And you have to, it's almost like you have to start somewhere to get to some, right? You have to get to some, you have to start somewhere to get to some, you know, to become this queen, to become more, I want to say, empowered in it, to know how to do it, right? Like the queen in charge, to be in charge of it. So you need to start somewhere. Okay, and it could very much be that your fear is blocking you from going through this new door. Let's get one more for this adjacent possibility, novice and the queen. Risk, yeah. You feel like it's a risk. You feel like you're risking something. You're risking something if you move towards this. What is this risk? Second chakra, Archangel Uriel, and Goddess of the Moon. So this has something to do with your creativity, your expression, emotional expression, moon energy. You feel like this is a risk. Okay. Any other messages here? What else does Sagittarius need to be aware of? The Grail Knight. Romance, illusion, seeking the sacred. Okay, tell me more about this goblin. This wounded human ego. What do you need to be aware of when it comes to this wounded human ego? Again, this has something to do with resisting. Yeah, South Node. Let's see. What is this goblin? Resisting. Love. Okay, separation and love. So your wounded human ego could be really affected by this separation. Okay, let's get one more. Fears. So again, this has something to do with fear, limitation, anxiety, comfort zone, overthinking, and negative outlook. Okay. Let's get one more. What do you need to be aware of? What is Sagittarius? Yeah, disharmony. What does Sagittarius need to be aware of? Separation and fear. So you fear the separation, or your wounded human ego is affected because of this separation. Okay, let's get one more. Higher self. So your higher self is trying to get your attention. And I feel like that's the High Priestess. That's the spirit door telling you to get out of your thoughts or try to get out of the head, because you could be overthinking, worry, fear, higher self, integration, awakening, timeline shift. This could even be that, yeah, this disruption and fear could even be that your fear is creating disruptions in your life and is blocking you from these opportunities because you keep holding yourself back. And your higher self with this High Priestess is trying to get your attention that you need to, like, you need to take a chance, or you can't allow your fear to get in the way. And that could be with whatever. It doesn't only have to be with love. Let's get one more. What is your higher self? What would your higher self like to say to you? We have spring. Yeah, so go plant that seed. Go put in the work. Start putting in the work. Whatever it is that you want to create, whatever it is that you want to manifest, you're going to have to put in the work. Let's get one more with spring. Your higher self is saying to put in the work. Let's get one more. With abundance. Yeah. Gift, celebration, promotion, opportunity, successful venture. Because it could even become, it's like closer than you think with abundance. So I'm getting like start planting seeds of hope. Start planting seeds of light and love. And these seeds can even be like thought patterns. Start planting seeds. Start putting in the work, like even with yourself. I'm also getting letting go of limiting beliefs. Because I feel like whatever it is that you, don't let your past hold you back. Like whatever it is that you're planting these seeds, it's going to skyrocket for you. Tell me about this adjacent possibility. Novice, the queen, risk. What is this? We have inner child, wounding, coping mechanism, learned behavior, self-discovery. Yeah, so this is your wound. This is like your trauma that is... This is something that you were taught, some kind of learned behavior. You were conditioned. Let's get one more to like... Let's get, what is this? Decisions. To stay or to go, between two people, to stay or to go, or two paths, closed off. Like it's almost like you were taught to go with the safer option. To go with the safer path. Go on the safer path. Walk on the safer path. Okay, we have closed off, guarded, resistant, pride, defense, wounded, with renewal and fulfillment. See, you could have been closed off. You were closed off from these opportunities because it required you to like be a beginner. It required you to perhaps learn. It required you to put your ego aside and, you know, kind of be that student to learn. This could even be like, you know, I could even be speaking to somebody who's a little bit older. Maybe you're like in your 50s, maybe you're or there's something to do with, I don't know if like you want to go back to school, okay? That's not gonna be for everyone, but that could be very specific, where maybe like now you're a bit older and it's like you, again, I feel like I channeled that too in another message, like taking a chance. Don't be afraid to like, you know, try new things and put yourself out there, okay? With self-love, yeah. Focus on desire, like start focusing on what your heart desires. Self-worth expansion and manifesting. Because you were always taught to go on the safer side, to stay on the safer side. When really it's like your spirit wanted to go there, wanted to create this, wanted to experience that path. But it's almost like you were always told to stay on this path. And you may have been closed off. You were resistant. This could even be, you were resistant to even the new path too. Until with this disruption, I really feel it's almost like it's destined to happen. And it's helping you to renew your life. It's helping you to create a new life. to start over. And so that you can end up creating and having your wish fulfillment, your success, being successful, achieving what it is that you truly want. You may have been holding yourself back because of doubts, because of age, right? This could literally be because of age, because of whatever excuses you have, okay? And it could very much be because it's like you were conditioned in some way. Okay. All right. Okay. So what? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. What would you like Sagittarius to know at this time? Yeah, being a victim, you feel helpless to change your love life, but you can change whenever you want. It doesn't only have to be in terms of love. Okay, let's see. Not talking. You aren't communicating your needs clearly. You need to discuss how you feel. So there's something to do with expression. This has something to do with your throat chakra. You are chasing someone unavailable, or you have become unavailable. And love's the answer. Love won't solve your problems. You need to work on being independent. This could be something that you tell yourself too. For some, this could even be the other way around, where it's like, I need to focus on work and not so much on love, because love won't solve my problems. Work is going to solve my problems. You know what I mean? But now you kind of feel empty because you're not being you. You're not being your true self. You're not going after the desires of your heart. You could even be trying to fix somebody. Okay, let's get a last message here for you, because I'm running low on storage. You will manifest what you need. Express gratitude as if your plans have already come to pass. Trust that your angels are bringing you the assistance you need. Yes, so you're definitely manifesting what you need, number 44. And someone new is coming. So an important new relationship is on the horizon. Open your mind and heart so that happiness can enter your life. Because Spirit is literally bringing you to a new door, and your human wounded ego could be like, I don't want this. This is not what I asked for. And so Spirit could even be saying that maybe you're being a little bit greedy, or you're being a bit... Archangel Michael is with you now, okay? Protecting you. All is working out in perfect timing. They know that you're afraid. They know that it's fear talking, and you're being asked to just trust them. Yes, you are correct. You have listened to your inner guidance and made a wise choice. Keep moving forward. So you're on the right path. Okay? So that is what I have for you, Sag. Let's see. Cooperation. In your quest to manifest the energy of love, you realize that every person and experience has value. And we have love. Beautiful. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Okay? Even in possibly the endings. Okay? So I'm going to leave it there, Sagittarius. I hope it resonated, and I will see you next time. Sending you lots of love.
Bye.